I didn't publicly come out. I did Mean Girls and was in the closet. Even up until I was like 30, in my early 30s, I still hadn't shown the whole world all of me. And I think my American dream is what I'm living right now, which is like unapologetically Jonathan Bennett, all the time, everywhere, at all times, myself, and in a relationship with my husband, completely open and publicly how we share everything, because like my dream is like getting to just be authentic.
Welcome, everyone. We are here with Our American Dreams Couples Edition. I'm so excited to be joined here by my beautiful wife, the one and only Becky George. And also coming in from the West Coast, we got Jonathan Bennett in the house today.
Woo!
And his wonderful husband, Jaymes Vaughn. How are you?
Hey, y'all. So excited to be talking to you.
Look at you guys. You got East Coast and West Coast. We're just spanning the whole country right now. Let's go.
I think it's like such a great time for us to chat, because at the end of the day, when I think about the work that we're doing, it's all about love. It's all about fighting for joy. It's all about what we stand for. So I'm excited to be here with y'all. You are doing the work of representing what it means to be fabulous, amazing, and demonstrate like love letters to our community, from Hallmark to all the shows you do, Jaymes. Like it all comes together. So tell me, like, do you hold a lot of weight of responsibility when you think about what you're doing for representation for our community?
I tell gay stories, if you will, to a broad audience.
Right.
So like I always say, if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you're already on our side. You're already part of the fam. You're part of the team. That's not who I'm going after. With Hallmark Channel hits 70 million homes a month. And most of those homes are in middle America and predominantly red states, where the viewers might not actually know that they have a gay friend, or might not know, just don't understand or know a lot of gay people in their lives because they come from small towns and it's just different there, right? So I think the power of telling these stories to those people is just invaluable. Like it's just such an important thing to be doing. We just had the first ever movie that I produced called The Groomsmen Second Chances, was the first ever gay wedding movie on Hallmark Channel.
Which is huge.
Yeah. And it was not a B storyline, not a C storyline, not like part of an ensemble cast. It was my best friend's wedding. It just happens that my best friend is a boy. And that's the, it's literally like the A storyline, where we got to like show two people that have been in love their whole life with all the Hallmark tropes that like the audience has come to expect and know and want in the movie. It just happens to be two men having those tropes versus a guy and a girl having those tropes. So what it does is it makes it very, very easy for the audience to digest and understand and relate to, because they've seen this. They know these twinkle sounds. They know this music score that we use, the Hallmark score, when, you look back and forth and those violins come in, same violin. So there's a comfortability to it for the audience, the viewer, to see it and be like, well, this just looks like every other Hallmark movie. It just that there's two guys falling in love instead of a guy and a girl. And that's our sweet spot, right?
No, I mean, not to interrupt you, but it's like Kelley said several times already on this call, and I've heard you say before when you speak, like, it's love. It's just love.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a accessible way in for a lot of people to get it, that either don't get it because they just don't get it, or don't get it because they don't want to get it.
That part.
And so I think by just showing love stories, which is why, like, I think I don't need to post all this couple stuff on Instagram that I post, but I understand that when I post it, people see stuff. I love you. Like, I see that, like, people respond to it. And I get DMs from people like, thank you for being visible. Or someone that's saying, like, I understand my gay child better because of you. Or I understand my nephew now, whatever they're saying. Like, I realize that, like, you change hearts and minds when you just show love stories like ours. Like, I saw my family change when they kind of understood, like, oh, well, your love is no different than my love for my partner, whether they're male, female, or the straight relationship, gay relationship, whatever. Like, and so I think, like, that's what, like, I'm so proud of him for doing too. Like, he's found a way to, like, use love stories to get into living rooms and help people open their hearts and understand, because, like, like it's got to be like a beautiful feeling when it clicks for you if you're somebody that was homophobic or someone that doesn't understand LGBTQ plus people and you have that moment. It's got to be pretty beautiful. So like I'm really proud of him for what he does in that space.
I mean, I was just going to emphasize that, like in this moment where I feel like we're not actually talking to each other and people aren't being able to reach each other, this is the one way that we can get through. And it's such a smart, special way to be able to connect with folks. And I love that. I love that breaking of the ice.
Oh, I love it. And the thing about Hallmark Channel is, because I know this from my own family, it's on, it's playing all day long, right? So not only is it the person that actually turned it on to watch it, it's everybody that's coming into their house during that day saying, hey, what you watching? What's on the show? And I think that there's such an opportunity, like you were saying, for us to not limit the conversation to people that are already with us, but meet people where they are. And I do believe that there are more people that love us than that hate us. And a lot of people that, unfortunately, because we're not talking to them, are being fed misinformation and lies. And instead, this opens the door to empathy and curiosity and really joy. So I'm just so proud of everything that you both do. And one of the things that we're doing, we're out on this American Dreams tour. And if I look at what's happening in the country right now, where they're literally trying to erase us, they're trying to take the T out of Stonewall. They're trying to take Harvey Milk's name off of naval ships. They're trying to make it seem like our story isn't the American story. And you all kind of declare and decree that it certainly is. Right. So I'm just kind of curious, like when you think about the American story or the American dream, like what does that mean for you and for you as a couple?
For me, like, I think, because like I always like crammed down my throat that was like, if you're gay, you won't find love. If you're gay, you won't find happiness. If you're gay, you won't have a fulfilled life. To then turn around and have that.
Right.
Like, I think that was my American dream, and I feel like I'm living it. So many of us, I think, are on this path searching for it because maybe we didn't get it at some point when we needed it developmentally, or whatever it may be as far as like where you need your love. I just know for me, like I always had a lot of love to give. And I always wanted to be loved like that in return. And I personally like got into bad relationships because I didn't feel that I was deserving or worthy of love because of everything I had been told. And so now to be on this side of it and be in a loving, supportive relationship where I just feel loved and I know I'm loved. Like, you know, just know you're loved. You don't got to ask. You get to feel that back for somebody. Like that's my American dream. And I think I have it.
We don't show the world our full selves as gay youth, right? We show versions of ourselves. And even for me in my 20s, I didn't publicly come out. You know, I did Mean Girls and was in the closet. I was, and all for 10, 12 years after that, I was still waiting for the shoe to drop. Like, what if Hollywood and the world find out that I'm gay? I'm never going to work again. So like, even up until I was like 30, in my early 30s, I still hadn't shown the whole world all of me, right? They only see your high school friends got a version of you, your parents got a version of you. And we, as queer people, we kind of show these different sides. And I think my American dream is what I'm living right now, which is like unapologetically Jonathan Bennett all the time, everywhere at all times, myself, and in a relationship with my husband, completely open and publicly how we share everything, because like my dream is like getting to just be authentic.
Oh, I love that.
What do you think it is?
What do you think the American dream is? And let's go over here to Kelley, please.
That's a good, I mean, it's so funny when I think about the American dream, it's not this kind of like, I don't know, fantasy like that you would read about or watch on the Disney Channel. It's really kind of basic. Like, I just want to feel safe in my community. I want to feel loved. I want to know that my kids are going to go to school and come home safely. Like, those are kind of the things.
Yeah. The American dream, I think, for me is also simplicity and like just really kind of chilling at home and being able to live freely without fear. Because right now I'm worried. I'm worried when Kelley goes out and is public speaking. I am worried when she is at the podium because I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking and I don't know what they're up to, but we're fighting for love and we're fighting for equality. And we're fighting for people to be seen in their authentic selves. And I hope for safety.
Yeah. That was pretty good. We're pretty like aligned with our partners here.
Wait, yeah, I feel like, for sure.
Kelly's like,
And I feel like you and Kelley are more alike.
Kelley and I are more alike. Yeah, we're more alike for sure. Like you can't like after 6 o'clock, you're like, I've slept in. Like this is late. I gotta
get up. Yeah, right. The day's halfway over by the time we get to noon. So you gotta
Thank you.